Hi, this is Nicole, and today I want to talk about black guilt. So, there's a thing called black guilt where people feel like they can't move forward, or once they're successful, that they can't. You want to reach back and help everybody that came with you. Well, I'm going through something that's not that exactly. It's the part where you feel guilty about becoming successful. There's a part of me that feels guilty right now about moving into the part of success. Like, there's a part of me that wants to be successful health wise. There's a part of me that wants, leave my cup alone, girl. Really? There's a part of me that wants to be successful financially, spiritually, emotionally, financially. My house be cleaner. Relationships, run smoothly. Like a whole bunch of, like all areas of my life to be run smoothly. And I think there's a part of me that has been sabotaging myself because in order to be black, there's a part of you that thinks that you have to have problems. And I don't think that like consciously, but there might be a subconscious part of me that thinks that way. And so there's a part of me that's fearful about moving forward because I have been rejected by black people in the past who said, oh, she's too black. Oh, she acts too black, because I was too proud of my culture. I was too into who I was, being a black person. For some reason, they thought that I was too much. But there's a part of me that is held. I've been held back because in order to be whoever it is that I have to be, you got to push past all the obstacles, all of the issues that you have, as many as you possibly can. And I don't know if there's anybody else out there who's had this feeling of where I don't know. I never thought that I felt this way, but it's totally subconscious, where I think there's a part of me that's trying to hold myself back so that I can be comfortable with the people around me, to be comfortable with, my problems, or the problems of the people that are around me that have similar problems as me. And if I don't have those problems anymore, well, I don't know if any of you ever seen the movie Eminem, not Eminem, 8 Mile, where he was saying, and Clarence's parents have a real good marriage, and it's almost like in our community that sometimes when you have everything good, that it's kind of like a joke. And I don't know, like to be black, you need to have like all these problems, but then when you elevate to that level where you don't have these problems, that people don't see you as black anymore. If you speak a certain way, we speak proper English, which I quite frankly think that Ebonics is a language, by the way, America, a language that should be acknowledged as real, the same way Spanish is, the same way Patois or any other African languages. A language, I think Ebonics should be labeled as a language. And anyway, that's a sidebar. My point is that, to be, in that movie, they were almost laughing at the fact that this person, Clarence, who was trying to act hard, had parents with a really good marriage, and it's almost like it's a laughable thing. Like, now we all know somebody that has a good marriage, but my point is that there's a part of us that our culture has, like, we got flaws. You don't have money, you don't have, I don't know. Money is like the biggest thing. You don't have money. You have problems in your family, problems in your relationships, problems with whatever. You have chaos, all kinds of things going on. And not to say we're not successful, because there are a lot of successful black people. But there's almost this thing that is like, if you do have these things, that you're not down, or that you don't have as much black cred as you need to. And I was struggling, I think, with that, because, being happy, does that take me out? Does that lower my black numbers? Like, just if I was like at a 7, am I now at a 5? My marriage was all screwed up and messed up and all that kind of stuff. But then once I'm happy in my marriage, am I now down to like a 3? I mean, like with my blackness, I was like at a 7 because I had all these problems in my marriage and I have issues and I'm, yelling at my kids and I got all these things. But then does my credit go down to like a 3 because I'm happy with my husband? We worked out a lot of our ish and, we're doing really well, and financially we're trying to get like even better. So does that move me out? Like if I move into a better neighborhood, because now I'm like kind of in like the suburban hood, if I move into an even better neighborhood, does that really reduce my black cred to like from like a 6 to like a 2? Does that take me down a notch? I challenge that and I say that that's not true. But then sometimes it feels like in order to be quote unquote black, because there's a bunch of different versions of black. You're supposed to have problems, you're supposed to have negative things, which I don't believe is true at all. But some people put you in that place, and some people feel like that's true about who you're supposed to be. I'm putting this idea out there, and I know I'm going to get challenged by black people, white people, whoever. I don't know who's going to have a problem with this, but I just want anybody out there who might have a subconscious or even a conscious idea of this to realize that it's even there. Because if you have to push past this to be successful, and you continue to keep pushing yourself down, like if you need to get here to be successful and you're like here and you got to push past this belief that you have to have problems, you're going to keep sometimes suppressing yourself and keeping yourself at a lower level just so that you can stay where you are with people that are similar to you, instead of pushing past and being happy and being, successful and having all the problems. Because black people are successful too. Black people are happy. Poor black people are happy, and rich people, black people are happy. Like, there's a lot of happy black people out there, period. Like, whether you're rich or poor or middle class, it doesn't matter. But I think some of us are still in the mindset of, well, am I still black because I'm happy? Am I still black because I have money? Am I still black because I moved to a better location? Am I still black because I got a better car? All these things. And it's just all these ideas of ridiculousness that really, black equals success. White equals success to white people. Black equals success. I mean, if you're Asian, whatever race you are, success is success, period. Like, it doesn't lower who you are or reduce who you are by any numbers. I just want to put that out there because I'm going through this, and I hope that somebody out there can relate to what I'm talking about, and hopefully you won't feel like you're so alone in feeling this way, and you'll push past your black numbers so that you don't feel like you have to lower your standards because you're not black anymore. I've heard that so many times, that I'm not black, I'm not this, I'm not that. You talk a certain way, you don't speak like this. I've heard that so many times, that I don't talk a certain way, I don't act a certain way, I'm not black. I've heard that I'm not Jamaican because I'm not Jamaican and I don't speak a certain way. I'm Jamaican, I'm both. I was in a white neighborhood, so when I was younger, so I wasn't white, obviously. But I'm like, I act like a white girl, they said, so I've heard so many different versions of, you're not this, you're not that, you're not that. And it's like, well, I am who I say I am. I know Eminem has a song, I am who you say I am, but I say I am who I say I am. I'm a combination of all of it, and I still get to rep black because I love myself, okay, and everything that's in me. So I just want to put that out there for anybody else who might be struggling with this. Don't reduce your success because you're trying to hold on to some idea of negative beliefs that have been planted in you from society, quite honestly. Because black people are successful, and being successful does not reduce your amount of blackness, reduce your amount of Latino-ness. I'm not sure if y'all got that problem in your community, but I know about us. So hopefully somebody will relate to this as well. All right, bye.